Okay, let's try this one more time. Don't know what the hell OBS is doing. If you look at Task Manager here, it's just killing my CPU. It's madness. It's not. It didn't do this last week. It's at 72% usage, and yeah, I've got a Ryzen 1600, which should be able to do this easily. Like the CPU. Oh god, my controller's died. And now there's no sound. Oh no, there's sound. Okay, so live. So yeah, just mad technical issues. Really sorry about that to anyone watching. I'm encoding overloaded. Settings to a faster preset. What does that mean?
Peter, good news. I think I smoothed things over with the grant committee.
It says the encoder's being overloaded. I don't know why.
We should be okay.
That's fantastic, Don. We're back on track.
Provisionally, as long as our little incident escaped the mayor's attention. You be at the fitting tomorrow?
Oh, maybe it's that.
You'll go great.
Is it working now? Okay, that's much better now. Oh, okay. I think I get what happened. Oh, such an idiot. So let's make sure it's still playing, so I can explain how stupid this was. Because I didn't change anything from last time, and it worked last time. So basically, I've got a 4K monitor, and so what happened was, I think OBS was trying to basically upscale it to 4K from the PlayStation, so 1080p to 4K, and then back down to 1080p for the live stream. So yeah, we're back. Let me just put this at full screen. Oh. And then when I changed the settings to 720p, it was working even harder to try and downscale that. So yeah. So just sorry about that. I fixed it now.
Time to grab a snapshot.
Jeez, I'd love to go to New York. So yeah. Anyways.
Map should be recalibrated now.
So yeah, just talk about some.
Haven't done much photography since quitting the Bugle. God, how much I enjoy it.
Photography is great, to be fair, if you're good at it.
Look, it's Mr. Lee. Hello?
Peter, it's Martin Lee. I just wanted to let you know we need a little extra time to get set for May's party. I guess the cake delivery is stuck in traffic.
Oh, sure thing. Just let me know when you're ready and I'll swing by.
Great. Talk to you soon.
Wave to my grandma.
Now YouTube was trying to act up.
Okay, got some time to kill. Let's see what's happening out in the city.
Definitely gonna have to upgrade my gear after I got mobbed by those goons. And so, yeah, if we just talk about what's more important. So talk about today's video, I guess. And so, you know, Matt Hancock trying to blame NHS staff for the shortage and trying to blame, you know, distribution. You know, saying it's not our fault. We're working really, really hard. And I've got a video that I'll probably try and get out in the next tomorrow or the day after, which basically talks about how, you know, one of the ministers sort of a bit just didn't do a very good job of explaining anything to Piers Morgan. And you can say Piers Morgan's one of those guys where he's very prickly. I accept that.
Mastepiece.
Officers be advised, a mugging was just reported. Nearby officers, please proceed to the Bryant area.
I could never give this prototype spider tracer enough range to be useful. But I did adapt the tech into my web traps, which really come in handy.
And so, look, point being is that she did a terrible job, and she was very she looked like she was smirking. She was like, "Oh, I can't see the picture you're looking at." I was like, "Bruv, you man got paid 10k, yeah, to fix up your home system. So A, fix up your internet." Oh, hello guys, jump the fence. Go away, Martin. I'm a bit busy at the moment. Oh, mate, telegraphed that one. And so, look, she did a terrible job of explaining her situation. Oh, well, let me turn the volume down, it's quite loud. Kaboom! And so, there's a few videos I need to put out, to be fair, in the next few days. So, Trump's defunded the World Health Organization, that's pretty bad. Yeah, to be fair, who wouldn't want to be Wilson Fisk? So, like I was saying before, Spiderman interrupted me rudely. Damn you, Pete. And so, let's turn that down a bit so I can hear myself talk, because I love the sound of my own voice. So, anyways, as I was saying, yeah, she did a terrible job. The minister who said that the reason we're, you know, quoting figures from hospitals and not from anywhere else is because it's quick.
Hi, Mr. Muggins. This is about the rent.
Oh, it's criminal landlords, man.
I can pay it the end of the week. Yeah, good day.
Imagine not having like some sort of Spider-Man fund. So you can just pay the guy in Bitcoin or something like that. I don't know. He saves you a ton of money in policing. Oh, I hate doing these so much. That's right. Boom. So yeah, we're going to probably spend the... How long have we got? We'll do this for about an hour. Or about 45 minutes. We'll do this about 45 minutes. And then we'll call it a day. Seeing as I doubt many people are going to be watching this anyways. So yeah, we can just talk about some stuff, I guess. If we had more comments and things like that, then, you know, we could have a proper conversation. But, you know, as the channel grows, hopefully that, you know, that keeps happening. And so, yeah, anyways. So, just, you know, Matt Hancock's an absolute scumbag. I genuinely, like, I genuinely, I think I hate the guy just because he's just not very good at his job. He's just terrible at his job. Oh, I love the suit. I think this one's better. Suit mods. He's just very bad at his job. And you know, there's not a lot to like about him. He's very slimy. He's a prat. I don't know what else to say really. He's just... That's probably a good one. Ah, to have the tokens. Let's have a look. Gadgets. What's that going to cost? And I can't upgrade it. And I can't upgrade it. And I can upgrade it. Alright, that's good. Probably need more of them tokens. Let's go do some more towers and stuff. It's fun. Let's not do any like main missions. Forget main missions, side missions. And so like the Matt Hancock video, I was very angry at the situation purely because he won't accept that he's done wrong. I mean, apparently President Macron he admitted that he made some mistakes, and these guys just won't do it. Who else wants some fun? No one. And so it's really hard to actually do a live stream with this kind of game and continue talking, really. It's easy to get distracted. So anyways, like I was saying again, before Pete rudely interrupted me, you know, he's a very frustrating figure. You know, the fact that they went for the wrong strategy initially. They had a 2-week head start on, you know, countries like Italy and France, and you've got to remember that they bungled it. We've had a lot more deaths than them because we don't have as many ICU units as them, intensive care units, because of massive underfunding. And the fact that you're sending nurses and doctors into wards with no protective equipment or little protective equipment, which isn't right. And then you've got the goal to say, let's clap for the NHS. And I saw a meme where it's like, you know, Boris Johnson's ill, let's clap for him instead of healing him. Obviously, they wouldn't do that because they're not as petty as people like you know, people like me or people like Johnson and people like that. You know, they are, you know, people that work in hospitals are probably the best. You know, people talk about soldiers being the bravest. People like nurses and doctors, they're the best among us. Really, you know, what greater thing can you do than to heal someone? There's not much you can do that's greater than that. You know, I mean, you could argue firefighters are greater because they're constantly saving people and you know, saving cats from trees and stuff, and pulling people out of literal burning buildings. You know, it's not a competition, but you know, if you put them first and soldiers second, then NHS staff are third, which is, you know, it's no shame to be third place to the other two. Is it the gym I'm looking for? And so we've sent them in with little protective equipment. You know, people using bin bags or, you know, medical bin bags to protect themselves from the coronavirus. You know, this virus which is spreads through the air through coughing, and then you've got an illness that forces people to cough. Essentially, you know, how do you deal with that when you don't have the proper masks? And the fact that, you know, people making the point that celebrities have got masks and stuff, it's because they've got the money. End of the day, they can pay ridiculous prices to get this stuff. You know, the NHS can't, and the government are refusing to. Which you can say what you want about that, but you're sending people to fight an invisible illness. Effectively, imagine fighting something you couldn't see. I'm trying to think of a superhero that has invisibility and can fight people. Can't think of any at the moment. But yeah, if you can think of any, put it in the chat. But yeah, honestly, it's a joke. And, you know, they're saying clap for the NHS. Like, you guys refuse to give them a pay rise. That's a video I'll cover soon. So they cheered about not giving nurses a pay rise. And then the care minister tried to claim it's some sort of trick by the opposition party. So you're saying things got that bad that the opposition party had to trick you into trying to give nurses a pay rise. Is that what you're trying to say? You know, about cut back, you know, we need to cut back and stuff like that. MPs and ministers won't take a pay cut. And then they berate footballers for not doing the same, even though the vast majority have. And they would do, I reckon, if asked. But then that has to come with, you know, you asking your rich buddies to take a pay cut as well, to put some more money in. But you're not going to do that, are you? You're not going to ask people like Branson to do that. Instead, Branson's asking for bailouts. Because at the end of the day, we live under the rules of socialism for the rich. Socialize the, what's it called? Privatize the profit and socialize the losses. That's what's happened. And it's just infuriating that, you know, it's come to this. You know, you got people that, you know, will refuse to take responsibility for their actions. People like Matt Hancock, Johnson, Gove, Dominic. We're particularly reliant on the Dover-Calais crossing. Rob, that guy who barely understands geography, and yet he's been put into some of the highest bits of government. You know, Boris Johnson, a guy who he goes, oh, you know, I shook the hands of corona patients and things like that. You know, he made this whole thing look like a joke, and then he wonders why people didn't take isolation and things seriously. Maybe take a look in the mirror, big man. Yeah, you man aren't wearing masks, and yet you caught it. What a joke! And anyone who's got the gall to clap for the NHS, who voted Tory last time out, I'm ashamed of you. No honesty, I wouldn't have done it if I voted Tory. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't have done it. That's a terrible picture. Because you've screwed them. You've screwed them. So don't be all like, oh, you know, we love the NHS and stuff. No, you don't. You've maligned part of the group that work for them. You've maligned immigrants who come to this country. So I think they make about 6% of NHS staff. You've attacked them viciously. You voted for a government which looks down upon immigrants, even though, you know, you've got Priti Patel, whose parents are migrants, and obviously Javid, Rishi Sunak, yeah, but they look down on us. They look down on the other people. Why? Because they're rich, man. Because at the end of the day, it's a big club, and you're not in it. You're not in it. You're not rich. That's what the barrier is. It's not just about colour. It's about money. You're poor, bruv. You work for the NHS. You know, unless you're like a doctor or a surgeon, you know, in the top earners. If you're a nurse, you're not making that much. You're not making that much at all. And you know, they don't care if you want a pay rise. They can't afford that. But when MPs need a pay rise, they'll get it because they put the decision in the hands of an independent body. Because it's corrupt. You know, if you can decide your own pay. Unless you're a board member or something, but that's a bit corrupt in itself. But what they've done is they've made it so they can't do their own pay, but they can do pay for other people. So they can say, we ain't got the money to help you out, but, you know, it's not my fault I got a pay rise, even though they could decline the money. They could donate it, which a lot of them said they would do, but didn't. You know? So the question you ask is, are you surprised by this? No. But is it right, though? You know, the idea that the system has to be this way is just patently wrong. You know, we had the chance to elect better people, and you can say that you don't like Corbyn for whatever reason, but having the Labour Party there, you know, Corbyn wasn't going to be around forever. I reckon he would have been one and done, or at least two and done at most. You could say that's 10 years, a long time, but we've had 11 years of Tories, and they've managed to destroy the NHS. You know, at least he would have helped rebuild it. But no, we didn't pick him. But yeah, we still care about the NHS, allegedly. You know, if you're living in a country like America where you don't have universal healthcare, you know, something like the NHS, you know, it doesn't make sense because you're used to paying co-pays and deductibles. You're used to paying bills. Oh, cool. So yeah, if we talk about, so that's the video I've got for today, and there'll be probably one on the care minister, and like trying to keep up with breaking news is quite difficult. People who's doing videos, like, you can say like it's a bit cowardly for saying this, but taking videos for some reason it does take a lot of energy out of me. I'm not sure why. I think it's just, you know, putting myself out there is still scary, you know, just in case someone berates me, or, you know, I say something wrong, or, you know, that's kind of social anxiety. It's amplified because I guess I can't see the people laughing at me, I guess, but like, you know, it's always that fear, especially on the internet, man. The last thing you want to become is a meme. You know, becoming a meme is probably one of my biggest fears. Even though I think my brother, like, his friend has turned me into a meme. Woo! Oh no, I didn't get shot. Oh, I got whacked up though. Bro, it's not fair if you're going to shoot me from 2 yards out, man. Oh my days, I'm getting absolutely lit up here. I love those little shop fronts that they do, man. It reminds me of like some of the older Spiderman games, I think. Here, eat this car door. Oh no, there's another one. Here, manhandle. Oh, manhole cover. Who else wants some? Suck it. Boom. Headshot. And so look, so that's the video I've got coming out over the next coming days. I've got an interview with Georgia hopefully tomorrow, so I'll be able to put that out for Saturday. So there's that. So we finalised the questions. I'm just waiting for her to call me, and so we can sort everything out. I've sent out the questions ahead of time because I feel like that's a good way of doing this kind of interview. Because I'm not trying to do any gotcha questions, and I'm not trying to what do you call it? I'm not trying to, you know, if I give her time to spin a question, It's not gonna be great, but she wouldn't do that because A, there's no point in it, and B, if she did that, I wouldn't bring her back on. And you could argue that it's not very much benefit to her, but for some reason, I'm not paying her. She's coming on, and it's a good interview experience, I guess, for her as well, because you don't really get a lot of this stuff. You get people asking you questions, but I felt like it's a good experience purely because you never know. She could get interviewed by a big place because she's very intelligent. She's got an MA on top of that as well, and the fact that she looks like she's going down the professor route, and so doing interviews is worth it. Being ready for it, because doing an interview can be quite intimidating if you don't know what to expect. Oh come on, man! I webbed onto him. Who else wants a piece? You volunteered yourself valiantly. Eat it.
Nothing puts a pep in my step like halting an illegal drug deal.
Yeah, man. I also love halting illegal drug deals. Boring guy.
Party's gonna start soon.
Don't worry about it. It only starts when we get there, Pete. So, anyways, like I was saying, so I've got the Georgia interview that will come out hopefully Saturday or Sunday, depending on how lazy I am. I think the hour mark is good, I feel like, because the other one went on for a long time, and it could have gone on longer because, like I said, we had a lot of questions, and I enjoy talking to her. She's very smart. She's a lot smarter than I am, and so you can always learn something in those conversations. I feel like it's worth it to bring it, to anyone watching, as well, because you watch the news and stuff, you're not going to learn. Sometimes you're not going to learn a lot of clickbait media's out there, and a bunch of gotcha merchants. And people always both sides in issues, and you're like, well, that's not very helpful, is it? So yeah, so hopefully that will be a thing. I've lost the other viewer, which is heartbreaking. Said there was 2 and now there's only been 1. Shoot. Need some space. Need this. Those little robots come in really handy. It sucks that you only get them if you bought the game on pre-order or the DLC version. Oh, that kick was a load of rubbish. Oh, I don't know what I threw at him, but it worked. Get off my roof. You guys planned this? What do you mean it's not fair? There's like 10 of you. You have a crowbar. And you got a cool tracksuit. You got that Stormzy red.
Actually let you break in? You're going away for a lot longer.
That's true, Pete. We did save them that. So yeah, I think the questions will be basically around the coronavirus, some economic stuff, about where the government went wrong. I mean, in fairness, me and Georgia are not, we didn't study anything on pandemics or anything medical. But I mean, you can kind of tell what we should have done. We should lock down earlier, more testing, more PPE. We had since January really to prepare for this thing, and we failed miserably. And we've had basically since Italy got hit as well, so that was later on. I think that was in March, or maybe it may have been February. Oh, need to turn. We've had a long time to deal with this, and so we just haven't, because the government thought we'll take it on the chin, save the economy. Oh, it's a crime. I need to go back the other way. And so yeah, look, man. It's not too hard to suss it. The fact that people, rents in Italy are being covered. The EU have given essentially 500 million between a few different companies, which in terms of economics, in terms of like nation states, it's not the most amount of money, but it's going to help. We're not going to get any of that because we're not members of the EU anymore. We're just we're just here until the transition period ends, and then you've got to hope something comes of that. It's not going to happen. And I read some tweets today from Katya Adler, who's she's the BBC correspondent for the EU and Europe, and she's really worth a follow on Twitter because she is, she's a lot better than a lot of the BBC journalists. Laura Kunzberg, she doesn't make these 50-50 issues and stuff, and she reports things fairly accurately from what I've read, where she said that we don't want to we don't want to extend the transition period because we don't want to pay any more money. And so if you think this was bad, the shops and stuff, it's going to be worse. when we leave, I think. 'Cause it's going to be hard to restock anything. Because right now the supply lines aren't too bad. But the supply lines after we leave, you know, there's going to be queues for days, essentially. And which lorry driver wants to sit in his lorry for a few days? Not many. And so, yeah, it's not looking great. So hopefully Georgia can shed some light on some things. Her having an economics background is great because I have a politics one. And so it's kind of a decent spread of knowledge. And so there's certain questions that I might be able to answer. And there'll be obviously a lot of questions she'll be able to answer that I have no very little knowledge of. Stuff like GDP and all that stuff. And so, you know, in terms of economic terms, how far is Sunak going? Is it going far enough? You know, because this coronavirus is a big heart attack, effectively, to the country, to the country's economy. You know, what's it going to take for it to recover? And so it's just, is that Central Park? No, it can't be Central Park. Central Park is huge. Union Square, Greenwich. There's Greenwich in London, to be fair. So yeah, let's crack on. So we talk about the lack of, I guess, lacking motivation at the moment.
Empire State University, the old alma mater. Can't alter my students.
I love Pete's poor humour, like he's like the fact that he's poor and he can make a lot of jokes about that. I think that's what separates him from a lot of superheroes. Because he's more relatable. I think that's one of the reasons why I love Spider-Man growing up, because he's just really cool. But I think as I got older, I still love Spider-Man purely because he's a relatable character. You know, the dude, you know, he does a few jobs. You know, he's poor. He's struggling to make rent.
That car crash looks bad. Hope no one's injured.
You can give me a button to press.
It's trapped in that car.
And so that's why I've always found him relatable. So, jeez, look at that strength. Get out of here, you stupid car. You're done. It's gonna need a van driver, innit? Okay, it's not him. Who's the other person? Oh, there we go. Get out of here.
That's everyone.
And so look, George is coming back on. Happy about that. Upcoming videos will be mainly more coronavirus content. You know, I need to keep the videos up because I need to get into the YouTube algorithm. And you know, when people start searching stuff, you know, I need my videos to pop up. So I need to really up my thumbnail game as well. So I've done one for Matt Hancock because he deserved it. You know, I suck at my job. Sack me, bro. You know, very basic, but I feel like it looks a lot better than the stock background I've been using. So that's something I'm gonna have to add. Lucky for me, the software I use called Canva, it's free and it's not bad. It's not bad for basic thumbnails and stuff. You know, I've got a new banner for my channel. It looks phenomenal, if I do say so myself. Oh, what now? Little Tokyo? I didn't know that was a thing. Chinatown, Little Tokyo. What a place New York is. So yeah, George is coming back on, hopefully tomorrow anyways.
Yes, that's a hazardous car chase, all right.
Don't worry mate, I've got it covered. I hate doing these, I'm so bad. Wish he drove off the pier. Stop shooting me, I can't stop the car if you do that. Get out of here. Oh crap. Get out of here. You know what I'm going to say, right? Boom. I mean, yeah, I mean, surely Spider-Man should... The government, the New York State should pay Spider-Man. The amount of saves he saves on policing is insane. You know, come on, man. Oh, crap. I think I was meant to do something back there.
More of them? For criminals, these guys have an impressive social circle.
Yeah, criminals have a lot more friends than most... Oh, God. Oh my days. You see how much damage that guy did? Yoink.
That concludes our Spider-Man car tour of New York.
Got him again. And so, as I was saying, you know, hopefully Georgia comes back on. I'll be happy about that. Stream's a lot better now than it was earlier. And so if we just talk about lacking motivation at the moment, how long has this stream been going on for? Started 9 minutes ago. That's not right. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Whatever.
All units on alert. We have a possible kidnapping. Proceed to Sutton Place. Over.
I'll set my earpiece to focus on muffled voices.
I'll send over his earpiece. He can take phone calls and he can find someone like this. It's going to be underneath, isn't it? Yeah. So going to be this. I found it. I wouldn't mind knowing why they stuck this guy in here. Oh man, I hit the... So if we just talk about lacking motivation, I don't know. I don't know if it's just being indoors all the time, but then again, I got used to it because I haven't been up to much. I've been unemployed and stuff. Oh, stupid. And so I don't know, man. It's just, you know, I guess maybe it's because this thing, you know, normally when you talk about conservatives and incompetence, it's bad, but like this just feels really bad. Like they're just completely messed up, and the anger I feel like underpaying hospital staff is one thing, but like to send them in with no protective, like not enough protective equipment, it's just criminal, isn't it? Like it really is. Like it's just painful to see that. Anyone else? Nah, I didn't think so.
You saved my life, Spider.
No problem, bro. It's what I do. And so, God, what was I talking about? So yeah, just, you know, anger I feel, and just trying to set up videos and stuff, like read articles. I know it doesn't seem like I read articles, but my reading out loud is not the best. Normally I just read in my head, and some of them I skim through just to make sure there's important points that are relevant. So maybe I need to read through stuff a lot more, just so I don't sound as stuttery in videos. So that's something. These police towers are really far out. And so yeah, just trying to hit. Which way am I going now? Trying to hit 20 subscribers. I've been stuck on 19 for ages. I've asked a lot of people to subscribe and stuff, and I'm grateful to the people that have. I'm hoping more people, are interested in my content. I guess it's difficult when you're a small channel, and you're just trying to promote yourself as best you can. I don't want to like bombard my.
Look at that. Half the crime tower's dug up already.
When Spider comes on the job, come hell or high water, the job gets.
Nope.
She'd never admit it, but the chief was warming up to Spider-Con. His casual disregard for by-the-book thinking was a breath of fresh air. She'd come around someday.
I love the whole Spider Cop thing. It was genius. It was pure genius, honestly. Credit that guy. Credit that person, whoever came up with that idea. It's just so good. Let's see. Increase perch takedown range. Definitely stick one on there. I'm gonna need that one. And I'm out of points. And so yeah, just I don't know, man. I don't know if it's being stuck indoors or what it is, but it's just like I should be putting out more content. I mean, this is the best time to really. More people are stuck indoors. Going on YouTube and stuff. Bro, are you on the phone? Oh my days. Oh, crap. I'm outside, guys. I feel like that was unfair. I feel like I had an angle on them that they didn't have. How many goons are there? Like, who knows this many people that live in the similar area? I even know I barely know most of my neighbours, and yet these guys, criminals here. Got done there, mate. Who else wants a piece? So you volunteer. Oh god. Bro, I would take more damage than these guys when it comes to bullets. Hey, eat this, bro. He survived that. What are these guys made of? That's ridiculous. He survived getting hit with a manhole cover. Insane, man. But yeah, anyways. No, just lacking the motivation and sort of, I guess it's more, so much anger, I feel, because of these guys and what they're doing to the country. And you're just like, and Brexit was one thing, but this it just feels worse in some ways. Like Brexit, there was a lot of racial abuse. I didn't suffer it because I'm brown and not, European, or like continental European, and so I didn't suffer a lot of that, which I guess I was lucky for, really lucky. And I was making the point to my uncle that look, once this is over, once this thing's over, we'll be next, no doubt we'll be next. It wasn't that long ago they were fighting black and brown people. Do you think that's going to change anytime soon? They'll go back to us once this thing fails, and they're like, oh, who else messed this up for us? It'll be us next. Because just the story came out today. I think this is another one I'll cover, where they've flown in a load of I think it's Bulgarian workers, or farmers, seasonal pickers, I think is the correct term, to do all the farming. And you're like, well, I thought these guys said we could do it as a country. Instead, we haven't even fully left yet, and they're having to do it for us. Oh, that could have been awkward. What on earth is he shooting me from? What's he doing over there?
I realize the irony of me saying this. I hope you've learned not to hit people.
Oh, Spiderman's banter is just, it's so lame, but it's so cool. Anyway, so yeah, it feels like, Avenged Tower.
This tower is so cool. We never around to use it. They're probably somewhere on the west coast right now. Probably surfing or something.
Yeah, don't worry, Pete, you're way cooler than they are anyways. They suck. You don't need me here, there's a narcotic sale going on. Corrupt cop, man. And so yeah, it's been difficult at the moment just to try and keep motivated, but I do owe everyone I asked to subscribe to my channel to follow through on my promise of putting out videos. And I'm not one of these big guys, man. I hate these guys so much.
Gotta be honest, not a fan of Big Pharma. Yes, it's back alley Big Pharma.
You're doing crime in New York. Did you think Spider-Man wasn't going to turn up? I was bit by a radioactive spider. Oh my days. Swing and a miss. Boom. Head kick. Big finish there, and you're done.
Murder may be my most disliked criminal activity. Definitely top 5.
I don't know, Pete.
However, yeah.
I'd say murder should really be number 1, and you've got other stuff. Anyways, so yeah, it's just been difficult. I think maybe it's been just because everyone's in the house now and there's less quiet. And trying to cover news is like it's like I don't know. It's just a moving stream, isn't it? It's hard to keep pace with it. So I'm trying to keep up with all my lecturers, to be honest. My former lecturers, do talks and you just lose track of him. I feel like if I try and do a video a day, I think it would be a lot better. But then the problem is when you set yourself a target, that's really hard to reach. When you miss it, it can feel quite painful and demotivating. And so that's the problem there. And so, yeah, in short, I'll try and do better. Someone else has joined. I wonder who that is. I reckon it's Kanan. Probably Kanan. He's at home. Kanan, if it's you, put a message in the chat. He won't do it. He's scared. Could be Zubi actually. Zubi might finish work now. Who knows? It doesn't matter anyways. I'm just grateful someone else is here, even if they don't speak. And they're gone. What a world we live in. Oh, what's this? A side mission? How interesting. Didn't realise there were side missions now. Oh no, this one's difficult. I'll leave this one for another time. If you didn't know, I've already completed this game, so I know like the storyline and stuff. I don't want to ruin it for anyone, so I'm not going to say anything. But yeah, I'm definitely not doing that side mission yet. We're going to continue on our quest to do all the towers and just fly around New York because we can. Oh, the city looks beautiful, to be fair. I can't lie. Wonder if it's just the game that makes it look nice, or if New York is actually this nice to be around. I suppose it'd be full of tourists though. That would be a problem. I mean, if I went, I'd be a tourist, so I can't really diss tourists, but you know what I'm saying. They have 2 towers in Central Park. How much crime happens here? So yeah, I mean, I guess part of this thing is it's kind of bummed me out, this illness, you know. The death rate is, I guess people underestimate it. I underestimate it, in fairness. Why are you all up here?
Sorry, man.
Oh crap, I'm in one of those towers.
This place is full of fancy guys with suspicious bulges. Guns. I'm talking about guns, obviously.
I can't order a raid over bulges.
Just a hunch, but there might be a public disturbance pretty soon.
And so, yeah, anyways, like I was saying, it's just difficult to keep up with everything. And in fairness, I should be doing a lot better things, as I've got nothing better to do during the day, well, apart from play games and job search. Well, excuse me. But yeah, I think it's just something new I'm just not used to yet. I mean, like most of these guys that do stuff on YouTube, they make it look so easy and effortless. Like people like David Packman. I suppose he's got editors though, but like him, Carl Kolinsky, Sam Cedo and all those guys, they make it look pretty easy, like doing videos and stuff. And maybe it's because in part they have radio shows as well, and they've monetized that. It's their job at the end of the day. This for me, it kind of is my job, but at the same time, like I don't get paid anything from it, and there's such a small audience that. I guess the main problem is it's because I don't get any feedback on anything, and I know that may come in time once. Oh, it's such a cramped area, man. What? There's no space to move. And so I think that's another problem. Oh, piss off. I need to watch my language, to be fair. This morning was not. It's not the best. Or the video I recorded it. The language wasn't the best, but I feel like given the context of it, I think language policing me would be very unfair. Get out of here.
If you're not good at breaking or entering, maybe don't call it B&E.
B&E? What's that? Oh, I'll just call it B&E, breaking and entering. Okay, anyways, and the person's back. Mystery person, reveal yourself. And so anyways, as I was saying, like, lacking motivation at the moment, I should be doing a lot better. Like, my friend has basically bought me a capture card, and, I'm very grateful to him for that. Spent a lot of money on it as well, and I'm very grateful to him for doing that for me. But at the same time, like, this is something where I need to get used to doing YouTube. Like, I think that's the main problem here, where, I can't keep treating it like a hobby. I've got to treat this more like a job, I guess, a voluntary job. And that it's got to be something that's important to me, and working, if I got a job within the media, depending on what the constraints were, I would love to take it. I want. Oh crap! I'm just getting absolutely lit up, bro. I feel like the main trick to this game is just dance around until you find an opening. So yeah, anyone who stands by a wall gets webbed. Great footwork there on that backstep. Maybe he's been watching some Wonderboy Thompson. That's a guy I respect a lot, to be fair. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. What a great guy. No. Yeah, sit with that. Bunch of failures. Where are you? Sit with that. Yeah. Jeez, Ellis in the chat, you know. Big up, Ellis. Jeez. My guy. Rate you, bruv. I mean, I'm going off in about 10 minutes, but yeah, thanks for stopping by, bruv. Appreciate that so much. Much love, man. Comment on my video earlier as well. Hope you appreciate the thumbnail as well. You know, it's very basic and a bit crass, but I feel like it was effective. My guy working from home as well. Respect. And so, going back, you know, just trying to keep motivated and stuff. Oh, there's crime happening there. Best stop that. By the way, Alice, if you think I'm doing badly, it's because I'm on one of the higher difficulties, so allow me. Don't want to get roasted. So yeah, that feels a bit uncalled for. Woo! You can have a break. Look, you just shot your friend. How is he not dead? Oh, he pistol whipped me, man. Oh, I need to get out of here. I'll tell you what, the people in New York are very durable based on this game. Well, seeing as Ellis is on, I'll keep it going a bit longer. We'll go for about 10 minutes. I'll be off at 45. But yeah. Just try and do the crime towers, Ellis. Just trying to get do like the side missions and stuff before I get onto any of the main things. And so yeah, add some technical. I'm not judging, casual viewing. Yeah, thanks, man. Oh, feels nice. Feels nice to be able to interact with someone, to be fair. Yeah, Ellis and I, if anyone's been watching this, that's not Ellis. I've been friends for a very long time. It's weird how long it's been, to be fair. Time's just flown by. But there's some bonds that just aren't broken. And so yeah, I appreciate him. Ah, I need to get on that. And so yeah. Trying to stay, you know, is anyone going to anyone out there, you know, if you're working or not working, you know, trying to stay motivated is difficult, you know, being at home, you know, home is, you know, people talk about, you know, you need to change, you know, like if you do work at home, then you need like your own office space because, you know, the place you rest and the place you work are, you know, difficult to change the mindset out of, if that makes any sense. So it's kind of like if you like doss about in your bedroom, then it's gonna be hard for you to do work there. Because when you walk in there, it's going to be... I'm trying, bruv. It's... Oh, there we go. Day one, boys, Alice. That's right. Oh, no. Need to focus more on this game. Jeez. And so, yeah. It's just difficult, you know. I've been out of work since basically I finished uni. Hit and run acre. Okay, this is something else. So let's find out what's going on. Oh crap, I've gone too far. Somewhere around here, I think. Okay. This guy's trying to shoot me through walls. Don't worry, Pete. With this radar system that you've built, be able to catch him. Oh, he shot me. It's not very nice, you guys. Driver's side. Spam the square button and boom! Car has stopped. So yeah, much love, Ellis. So yeah, just trying to stay motivated is difficult. Like, I know some people like to watch their motivational guys, like, and things like that. I'm not too into that, you know. The only one I respected was Shia LaBeouf when he was like, "Just do it," and I was like, yeah, as much as it sounds like a Nike advert, you know, I kind of get what you're saying. Make your dreams a reality and all that stuff. But sometimes you just got to build your way to success. And so, like, I guess if I spam Twitter more with my videos and stuff, then people just unfollow me in the end or just mute me, which, you know, it's no fun having that happen. Bruv, you don't have the situation under control. I just dealt with it. Cheers, Harlem coverage complete. I hear Harlem's a rough place, to be fair. Not a place. I'm glad I didn't grow up in somewhere like this. Maybe, actually. I grew up in the ends, though. Blackthorn, NN3. So, who knows? Who knows what's worse? So I've done this north side, so where's next? Okay. I think that's back towards Central Park. Maybe. Ooh, active drug deal. I think I'll get a bit of that. Alright, Pete, you made that joke already. They really need to get more voice lines for this game. Alice, let me know which one you think is better, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, or do you think Tom Holland as Spider-Man? I really like both of them, but I think if I had to pick one, I think I'd pick Maguire. But yeah, I think Maguire was the better. Maguire was the better Peter Parker. Yeah, Maguire's definitely the better Peter. I think as Spider-Man, I think they're both very good. But I feel like Maguire, like if he was in the Avengers film, I would have liked it equally. Oh no, I can hear my sister very angry. Gonna stay out of her way. Not someone you want to be messing with. Second scariest person in the house. And so yeah, just trying to keep up the motivation. It's difficult, you know, and I've got a lot of time for people that feel like that are struggling a bit at the moment, you know, not being able to go out, interact with people, especially if you're one of those social people, you know, hoping that, you know, like none of your family members catch this stuff. You know, recently my friend's mum, his mum passed away, and, you know, I haven't spoken to him for a while, but, you know, I do feel for the guy. He's such a nice guy as well. Yeah, and so I don't know if it's worth, you know, dropping him a message and saying, look, man, you know, I don't even know what I'd say at that point, to be fair. But yeah, he's a good mate, you know, in sixth form and stuff. And I guess when he went to uni, you know, a lot of friendships separate. But I do feel for the guy.
Not much to go on, but the kidnapping victim must be close.
Oh, Ellis is a Maguire guy, you know. I respect that. You know, I'm a Toby man myself. Get me out of here. No, I've got a lot of time for, you know, I feel like Garfield got done dirty because he was never gonna rank up with Maguire, but I feel like Holland had the advantage of another generation watching, growing up and not watching the original. Which reminds me, I really need to get my cousins to watch the original Spider-Man to see the glory. Oh crap. Alright, let's think about this logically. You know, if I didn't buy the DLC version of this game, I'd be in real trouble because those robots are really handy. Oh, this guy, bro. I swear these guys are stronger than Rhino at this difficulty. Telegraph that one, big man. Oh, crap. Oh, come on. Oh, this is just getting ridiculous now. It's just about creating a bit of space. He's by a wall, so that was his big error. Oh, no. Oh, that was BS, man. That was BS. Oh, first death on stream. Well, it's not my first death, but yeah, it's another death on stream. Oh man, can't go out like this. I reckon after this, I have to bounce out. It's been a long stream, to be fair, especially given the technical issues and stuff. Hope that's cool. And oh no, this is not a place I want to be. Where's the kidnapping? All right,
This place is full of fist guys with suspicious bulges. Guns. I'm talking about guns, obviously.
we'll do this one and we'll be off.
Order a raid over bulges.
Just a hunch, but there might be a public disturbance pretty soon.
Everyone's underestimating us. Cops, Spiderman, Masha.
They're gonna pay the price.
Who's Marsha?
Way once the boss gets out, it'll be easy.
Everyone knows it's the king.
Okay.
Everyone knows to be scared. Trust
Well, clearly Spider-Man is not scared of Kingpin, so safe. Hello, good sir. It's all about just trying to isolate people. Just trying to pick them off one by one. And then boom. But yeah, just the struggle to stay motivated is difficult at the moment, you know. Ellis, I don't know how you're feeling, because I know you're at home, but I know you're still working as well. I think... I'm hoping this lockdown ends soon, but not before it has to be. Jeez, playing my own game, you know. What are you playing, Alice? What are you planning on? What are you planning on playing? I'm up here, you big dummy. Sidebar, Alice, you excited about the new Halo coming out? Let's see if I can get him from over here. Should be safe soon, as long as no one's looking at him. Oh no. Oh, I goofed. Oh, I goofed. Got impatient. Shouldn't be too many of them on this way, though. What do you mean it's not fair, bruv? You men have guns. Are you saying it's not unfair for me? So I'm the goddamn Spider-Man. Oh, come on. Yeah, I'm not surprised, Alice, mate, to be honest. No, thanks. Don't put strange objects in my mouth. Undie shield. Oh, no. Oh, solid. Do you know what, Alice? I might, after this game's done, Pro Clubs, you know, I've been playing Pro Clubs a lot more. It's a shame you're on Xbox, to be fair, but I guess that's just how it is. Yeah, I've been doing Pro Clubs with my brother and my two brothers and his mate. We're in Div 5, Div 6, I think, at the moment. It's pretty rough up there, but yeah.
More guys? Okay, form an orderly line. I promise I'll arrest everyone.
And you're not going to arrest anyone, Pete. It's going to be... How many bombs do these guys have? Boom.
It's sad that when I see a mob rushing toward me, I assume they want to kill me. They always do.
Another bomb, another person that gets hit. Yeah, Pro Clubs can be great and it can be terrible at the same time.
Quick and dirty way to launder money. Could be where Fisk keeps his cash these days.
We shut it down. Won't give people the squeeze on it. I'm working on a warrant.
Way ahead.
Yeah. Alice, what's your player's rating at the moment? Mine's like quite high now, it's 87. Eat what now? Okay. Here, you eat it. Oh my days. Oh, there's more.
I'm getting kind of sick of these other guys.
Oh, I'm not sure if I can make it through this one. It's looking quite difficult, to be fair. There's a lot of them. I'm just going to run over here. I might throw this at him. There's no way that guy's hitting me from all the way over here. Take man's shield by force. Oh, good webs. I don't know about that. I already died earlier in this game. Don't intend to dying twice on stream. Easier said than done, my friend. Oh, you should put a bomb on top of your knocked out friend. Oh, I got hit with a couple there. Oh, there's even more. Damn it, Pete. Oh, I can't move that one for some reason. No choice to keep moving left and right. I mean, you've missed completely. My guy can hit me from about 50 yards out, but you... Oh my god, there's so many. Who wants this one? And yeah, you would play every position, to be fair, Ellis. You're a mad guy. I remember the goalkeeper stories you and Kanan told me about. 5-star skiller in goal. Absolute guy. So much respect. Well, I see if I can do some Pro Clubs live stream, but I'm not sure. Because I normally play quite late. That's the only issue. No, I'm not going to hold still. You have to come get me. That's the part. Oh, shoot. Maybe I spoke too soon. So, yeah, just struggling to stay motivated. Struggling to multitask as well. Alright, almost done. Be taking that. Boom. Got out. Focus. Alright, you get the royal treatment. Oof, that was tough. That was tough, man. And yeah, just I guess my message to anyone listening, apart from Ellis, obviously, is just do your best to stay motivated, best you can. You know, you're allowed to go for a walk. You know, take it honestly. Just go during the day. If you go during the morning, after breakfast, or whatever, you know, I try and go in the morning. If you haven't spoken to someone in a while, now's a good time to catch up. Yeah, I spoke with Kanan earlier today. That was a good phone conversation. And so, yeah, Ellis, Kanan's still alive, just in case you're wondering. Press F for our fallen brother, but yeah, he's still about. Natural History Museum. And so, yeah, it's all fun and games. But call someone, you know, if you haven't spoken to someone in a while. If you've got any beef with anyone, then now's a good time to settle it. I mean, no one knows really how long we've got. We don't know if we're going to catch this thing. How many people does it take to mug one guy? What this? How much does this guy got, like the new iPhone or something? What the hell's going on here? Slick. Boom, so you can. So yeah, let me know if there's anything you guys like. I'm gonna do Metal Gear. I don't know whether to do that. I'm trying to think of if I should complete Spider-Man first, and then I'll move on to the next game. It's gonna take me a while to complete Spider-Man. If I only play it like for an hour, once a week. But I suppose it is what it is. I'll do some more FIFA career mode stuff. Yeah, I'll try and pump up the content. If I'm not doing a news video, then the least I could do is a live stream. I think that would be a solid plan. So yeah. Anyways, Ellis, I'm gonna go off now. I'll catch you later, yeah. And big up for watching the stream, man. Much love, Ellis.